Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear Riyadh Salihin, second year secondary, and welcome back to a new lesson. Your teacher is Mr. Sawarazza. Today's lesson is grammar and some vocabulary. Open your Mega Goal 4 students book at page 22 and 23. Let's start our lesson. The aims of this lessons are, first one, to learn a new vocabulary. We will learn vocabulary about sport, namely about sport. The second aim is to learn a new grammar. To learn new grammar, and that is the main lesson. That is the superlative degree of adjectives, superlative degree of adjectives plus present perfect, plus present perfect. Let's start with the grammar. That is the superlative degree of adjectives plus present perfect. We know that the present perfect is have or has plus past participle. The present perfect can be used after a superlative. It can be used after the superlative. For example, I say, this is the most exciting sport event I've been to in a long time. I've been to in a long time. So the most exciting is a superlative, and I've been, that is a present perfect. Another example, who is the best football player you've ever seen? Who's the best football player you've ever seen? The best is a superlative, and have seen is a present perfect. Yes. Let's move to letter D. Identify the sport each piece of equipment comes from. We need to identify the sport. Then write a sentence about each sport using either a gerund phrase as a subject or the superlative plus present perfect. The superlative plus present perfect. The first one, what do you think these equipment belong to? Yes, weightlifting. Weightlifting. Number two, this water glass belongs to scuba diving. Scuba diving. This number three, this running shoes belongs to running. Number four, this bicycle belongs to cycling. This skate or this board belongs to skateboarding. Number six, this ball belongs to football. These are the sports. Finish the sentences with your own ideas and opinion. First one, skiing. Skiing is dangerous. What do you think about playing tennis? Playing tennis. It is the name of a sport. Playing tennis requires two people. Skateboarding. What do you think of skateboarding? Yes, it's difficult but fun. Golfing takes a lot of patience. Golfing takes a lot of patience. Surfing is difficult. Playing football is so much fun. Scuba diving requires training and certification. Running is exhausting. Ice skating is my favorite sport. This exercise concentrates on the names of some sports, as we learned before, and putting them in a sentence. Let's move to another exercise. Write the superlative degree of adjective, form of the adjective, and the present perfect of the verb. We have an example done for you. This is the best. The best is the superlative degree of good game I have seen. Have seen is the present perfect of see in a long time. Let's move to number one. Hard test I take was in chemistry class. Hard, so hard, the superlative degree of hard is the hardest. And the present perfect of take is have taken. So the answer will be the hardest test I have taken was in chemistry class. Number 2, let's have a look on long. The superlative degree of long is, yes, the longest. And the present perfect of take is has taken. So the answer will be the longest run Bina has taken was 10 kilometers. Let's move to number 3. What is, and the adjective is scary, film you see ever. يبقى what is the scariest film you've ever seen? The scariest, what is the scariest film you have ever seen? Number 4. That was sick, Bilal. B. Sick, the superlative degree of sick is the sickest, and Bilal يبقى has been. That was the sickest Bilal has been. Number 5. What is bad TV show watch? Bad, the superlative degree of bad is the worst, and the present perfect of watch is have watched. And the answer will be, what is the worst TV show you have watched? Lance Armstrong is famous cyclist there be ever. And the answer will be Lance Armstrong is the most famous cyclist there has ever been. Number 7. The longest book I have ever read was War and Peace. The answer, the longest is the superlative degree of long book I have ever read. Number 8. What is exciting? What is the most exciting sport event you have ever seen? The most exciting is the superlative degree of exciting. Have ever seen is the present perfect of see. Number 9. This is tasty meal I eat ever. And the answer will be tasty. The superlative degree of tasty is the tastiest I have ever eaten. This is the tastiest meal I have ever eaten. Number 10. That was the strongest conversation Maya have ever had. Yes, Maya has ever had. That is the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye for now.